Welcome to my video on exponents, raising a power to a power. In this law, what we're talking about here's our base A number. We're raising that to the m power, and then we're raising that whole quantity to the n power. And what the rule tells us is that's just equal to A times raised to the product of m times n. Two caveats here: A is not equal to 0, and m and n are rational numbers. That is, they are the ratio of two integers. That's a rational number. Let's look at example. Y cubed raised to the 5th power. That's just y times 3 times 5, just like our rule tells us. Y to the 15th power. So there's the answer to that example. Let's take another example. In this case, we want to do 5 cubed, quantity squared. That's just equal to 5 to 3 times 2, which is equal to 5 to the 6th power. That's our example there. Now let's look at an example. We're going to simplify an expression that has powers in it. So we're going to start with x cubed times x to the 5 over 2 raised to the minus 2 power. Okay, first thing we want to do is we want to look at this part of the expression here. We can use our power law, our power law we just talked about, or that rule. So what that's going to give us is, we just leave the x cubed alone. Now x to the 5 divided by 2 times a quantity minus 2, carry through the x cubed. Now the 2's are going to cancel. That's going to cancel with that 2. So that's just going to be x to the minus 5. So now we have another situation that we've covered in the past in a previous video. We've got a to the m times a to the n is equal to a to the m plus n. This is where we've got a similar base. In this case, it's x, two different powers. We just add the powers together. That's the way we solve this one. So that's equal to x raised to the 3 minus 5, which is equal to x to the minus 2. Just adding the 3 minus 5 is minus 2, which is equivalent to x squared. Since that's a negative power, that just moves it down in the denominator. So there's the answer to that example. Now let's look at a couple more examples. We want to simplify. Here we've got y raised to the 2/3 power, that whole quantity raised to the 1/2 power. Now using our rule, we're just going to multiply the exponents. So that's y times 2 to the 3rd, 2 divided by 3 times 1/2. Now our 2's are going to cancel. So what that's going to give us is y to the 1/3 power. So there's our answer. Let's take a look at one more example. We're going to have 4 times z to the 1/2 power quantity cubed. So now what we can do is we know that we can move out the 4 cubed. So 4 cubed, we can move that out. Now we're just left with z to the 1/2 power quantity cubed, which is equal to 4 cubed times z. Now we multiply this as 3 to the 1/2. 4 cubed is going to be 64 times z to the 3/2 power. So there we've simplified it down. So there's the answer to the second example. I hope you got something out of this video, learned a little bit about exponents and this power law. If you did, please give me a like, thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I want to thank you for watching.